rainfall off and on here in Southern California. You see the police helicopter light above head. This is really dangerous for the few people that are out. Part of the challenge for Skyfox in shooting this in this angle is we're not that far from LAX and the restricted airspace around LAX. So the way that they have to shoot this is a little more complicated. It's going to be complicated even for Skyfox to keep up with this guy as he is just blowing by all these lights and going through. There had a green light for the intersection, but going over 90 miles an hour on Slauson Avenue as we just are in Park neighborhood now. And the challenge also without a lot of black and whites on the ground is a lot of people may not know that this person is coming, and especially going sections where you worry. We've seen for a few moments that they may be driving in the wrong direction. That creates a lot of challenges. Dennis Zine, who has been a part of many police chases himself as a member of the so set the policy as a member of the LA City Council, joins us on the phone now. Dennis, this guy's really flying.
90 miles an hour, slick roads. It looks like he's got the vehicle, and extremely dangerous. Fortunately, traffic, and that's the only benefit that we have at this particular hour. But understand a stolen vehicle started in Beverly Hills, and here we are in the Hyde Park area, where traffic is extremely light. Thank goodness for that. And now we're looking over 100 miles an hour. I mean, incredible speeds. And before he crashes, this is the kind of situation where I would predict a crash before he stops, just because of this horrendous driving. And fortunately, we don't have a lot of traffic, don't have a lot of peds, but clearly excessive speed in an area where you've got commuters, very light as it is, but extremely hazardous and a total disregard for everyone. Stolen vehicle and to get away. And this probably isn't his first attempt to do this type of situation.
Dan, we just saw through a red light go into the wrong lanes here. Very scary pursuit. We also had heard that there were 2 attempts that did not work at a pit maneuver. Reminding viewers, this started in Beverly Hills. We are now in Inglewood, flying down La Brea Avenue to the south. Dennis, I think what you're saying, too, that this could end in a crash could very well be the case.
Here they come. Are we going to see a pit maneuver here? So it's slowing down a little bit, creating the to potentially do a pit maneuver. Look at this, and now they're trying to box him in. The driver seems to keep going. That's an odd situation there.
But the slowest we've seen this car.
Yeah, and now we see other traffic there nearby, and now this person's moving and moving back, and here we go again. So, Dennis, I know you're watching a little bit delayed. That was not textbook execution there.
No, it wasn't. But in this particular situation with these excessive speeds, this late hour, the only benefit we have, a late hour, not a lot of traffic, pedestrians, et cetera, but that's the type of vehicle you want to bring to a stop and utilize the police vehicle to do that. Normally, in a situation like this, if there was heavy traffic, pedestrians, they would terminate and just go into the tracking mode. In this particular time, we don't have a lot of traffic, which is a benefit. The motoring public or pedestrians, anyone out there is in great jeopardy because of the way this in this slick weather. I think the roads are still wet, but we'll find that I don't know if it's the CHP is in pursuit at this particular time. I don't think it's LAPD. I think the CHP is in pursuit at this particular time.
So, Dennis, as we watch this pursuit, even from afar, tracking those police lights there, you know, we've seen this driver go slower at times, not much. But I'm wondering if there might be others on board. Perhaps somebody's trying to ditch the car or get out, let a passenger out. Because when that car slowed to around 30, 40 miles per hour, it's the slowest I'd seen this pursuit.
Yeah, exactly. That's possibly the case. Normally, when they steal it, it's one person that does the theft of the vehicle. I would be surprised if there's more than one that was involved in the theft. Normally, it's just one person that, for whatever reason, they steal that particular car.
So we're now on Centinela Avenue, moving back. Okay, are we going to see see this cruiser is really right on this person's tail. It looks like this cruiser is starting to get more aggressive in saying, let's end this. Enough of this cat and mouse game. Enough of you at these dangerous speeds. So here we see almost a pit maneuver in the middle of a U-turn. Missed it there, and this ride continues. They're now moving. Okay, they're moving at very fast speed. I mean, really, it seems like this CH. Now they got the challenge of all these other cars. If they were to pit this car on this street, you would likely be sending it right into vehicle and potentially damaging or totaling that vehicle. So they prefer to do a pit maneuver when they've got more wide open room so that they don't send the car flying into somebody else.
Exactly. They don't want to create more damage to innocent vehicles, innocent person vehicles. They want to end this as quickly as possible without causing more damage. Obviously, there's damage to the car already.
Wow.
Okay, so there we see a crash. We hope
he's bailing.
He's bailing, and now we're seeing a foot chase. And let's hope that everybody's okay. And now this guy's off on a run. We see a dog nearby. See nearby. What a sprinter here. I mean, this guy's got quite a run on him.
Law enforcement, they're trying to get ahead of him there. Perhaps they can cut him off. Worried about everybody here.
Now going into a back alley. This is where it's dangerous because the vehicle was stolen. We don't know if this person has a gun, him or not. We do know he's aggressive. He's climbing on somebody's roof. Wow.
So where is that night sun? You need that night sun overhead to give those officers a little help there on the ground. I mean, you realize what a dangerous job this is, too.
That guy was flying in his vehicle and flying on the a lot of times when we see these guys take off on foot. Okay, so now moving on to a wall. We're trying to get a good glimpse of him. Okay, so it looks like he's running on the back of a home right now. You wonder about who lives there, connection to this person. So now it looks like you see law enforcement right there, and you wonder when this person is going to surrender. You feel for the people, and if you happen to be watching us right now, and this is not come outside. This is very dangerous. You have a situation potentially with law enforcement, CHP officers, potentially with guns drawn. We don't know if this suspect has a gun. This is a situation where there could be, unlikely, but could be a shootout. So stay inside, keep your doors locked, keep your windows locked so this guy doesn't try to climb into your house and take you hostage, which we have also seen in these sorts of situations, and try to let law enforcement do their job. But you do see people, like you see a guy in the window there of that home or apartment. You know, all of a sudden, almost 11 o'clock at night, people are probably trying to go to sleep, and now they hear this helicopter overhead. They see this night sun. Likely CHP is shouting out commands to this guy, but it doesn't appear from what we can see right now that he's in custody.
Well, Dennis, we'll bring you in, and we will jump in if we have to. Apparently he's jumping. Okay, police are back on to him. He had jumped, I guess, over into another fence. They are now coming at him from two different directions. We're from our team right now that has a little bit of better visual than we can see here on the ground. But we understand police are chasing him right now there on the ground.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have a canine deployed on this particular situation. That's what they canine involved in this.
I hope that nobody got hit in that crash. Remember, it looked like there was a CHP officer that was right there. Hopefully he did not get okay, so now they've got their suspect in handcuffs. A successful end to a pursuit that really got wild there for a few minutes, and quite a chase. Dennis, last thoughts on this, real quick.
Not only wild, but extremely dangerous, and thank goodness they got him into custody, and I'm sure when they check his rap sheet, his first time going to the jailhouse.
All right, Dennis, thank you so much for your help. And Ellis, we talk so much about suspects every now and then. The way this guy was running, he had some good speed on him, and being able to get You kind of wondered, is this guy going to be able to hide out, run away from these officers? But they were able to catch him. They went in from two sides there, and there you have your suspect right there in custody after a very dangerous on super streets going about 90 miles per hour, blowing through red lights. Luckily, nobody got hurt here. There was no accident, and the officers hopefully all are going home safely after we did see that one crash there into a police car, but you saw an officer run out of the way. Hopefully nobody, other officers were in the car.
Let's hope everybody is okay. Thank you so much for joining us for the Fox 11 News at 10. Our coverage of the day's news continues right now with Marla from Good Night LA, which starts right now.
And to Good Night LA, thank you so much, Alex and Christine, simulcast on our sister station, Fox 11 Plus. I'm Marla Tejas. We're sticking with the end of this stolen vehicle pursuit that just came to a dramatic end. A crash is what ended this. Now this to bring you up to speed as we look at the black and whites from Skyfox, and we're seeing Centinela Avenue and some pinpoint in terms of location for us, so get a specific location for you. This was a stolen vehicle, a Kia Soul, out of Beverly Hills with speeds we saw 90+ miles per hour on surface streets. Extremely dangerous. We saw attempted pit maneuvers, some really aggressive work by CHP officers on the ground on those surface streets, and then it came to a crashing end here just a few minutes ago. That suspect looked like a runner to me. He took off sprinting into this neighborhood. Very dangerous, seemingly going up on roofs. Here is the end of this crash. So this is North Inglewood Avenue in Centinela. Look at that. Just boom. And it looked like black and white. Dennis Zine, a former police officer, a reserve officer, I should say, on the line as we're looking at this playback. That suspect making a run for it. He got away from some time, but Dennis, it wasn't long before law enforcement got him into handcuffs. Dennis, are you there? Okay, so apparently we don't have Dennis, but the good news here, especially this neighborhood in Inglewood, it looks like the risk to public safety has come to an end, thank goodness, as we zoom into the black and whites. That suspect in custody, the end of this stolen vehicle pursuit. All right, we'll bring you back inside and officially welcome to Good Night LA. Here I am. Good to see you. Thanks so much for being with us on this Monday night. We also have some breaking news. Hannah. This is where an officer has shot and killed a man inside a Home Depot tonight.